the power and the impact of weather. Weather is an element of life, and depending on where you live, weather impacts your life differently. If you live in a very cold climate naturally, okay, there are limits to your outdoor activity. There's different outdoor activities. If you live in a hot tropical climate, there's less limits on outdoor activities, and there's more abundance of sunshine. If you live in a four season state or country where you experience summer, fall, winter, spring, you get a variety. So, how do you want to live your life? Do you want to live your life in a variety show, in a buffet? Uh, or have you figured out you like one dish and you like to eat that dish mainly? As I sit here in the middle of October now almost and starting to get cold in New Jersey, think about why I left New Jersey. And this is why. I didn't leave New Jersey because of a lack of jobs. It actually has pretty good job opportunities. I didn't leave New Jersey because of politics. We had a conservative uh, governor for 8 years, Chris Christie. We've had Democrat, Republican. I didn't leave because of major problems. I left because of weather. And weather is a huge part of why people move, and family is a big reason why they move back to where they came from. And that's why I'm back here visiting because of my mother, Tony. Finally, some nice, cool autumn weather. It's good to get a break from some heat, but it's depressing to feel the energy sucked out of my body, the lack of sun, the lack of sweat. It's good sleeping weather, but that just means it's good hibernating weather. So, again, everyone is different. I don't want to bully my viewpoint, but certainly my channel is based on moving to Florida, hot weather. Most nomads live in Florida or California, two different politics in both states, but the climate suits the nomad. And look, guys, I'm closer to a home base than I am to staying on the road, but what I found is spending a couple summers in Florida. I could live in Florida full time, and if I wanted to feel some of the autumn cold air, or I don't want to feel any of the winter cold air, none. Okay, I'll be out of here by November. And it's a hard thing. Look, it's a hard thing. I don't want to leave my mom. She's fine though. Uh, but I don't want to stay in cold. I hate the cold weather. It sucks your energy. It sucks your life. And to me, it's depressing. I feel mentally already. I feel like my mind is turning into this just big cloudy winter. And I remember the last day working in an office in New Jersey. I said, I'm doing this for my mental health. And I remember watching The Ultimate Warrior and his inspirational videos before he died, always talking about when he got into wrestling and when he left Indiana, the state he grew up. He was amazed how important weather had become, and most people he grew up with were in this like depressed, cloudy state. America's interesting because it has 50 states and all of them have somewhat of a different climate. Georgia, which shares the border of Florida, is not tropical. It's not that warm in the depth of the winter. So, everyone's different, I know I got a viewer that watches my channel, ESP. She lives in Alaska. I don't know how she does it, but for her, that may be her inspiration. Tony, laughing. Thanks for your diplomatic answer. Well, Tony, I love you. Tony's from Canada. Got nothing but love for you. I got nothing for love for people who like cold weather. My man Cartoon Mark, great to see you. Cartoon Mark, me and you on the same page. I don't like four seasons. I like one season, summer. I like a little bit of the fall weather, but I had just about enough. I want to spend a little bit more time with my mom because I don't want to take that time for granted. But I don't want to spend any time in the winter because it just doesn't do it for me, mentally, emotionally, physically. I feel it in my bones. Remember when I used to hear old people talk about they could feel the cold weather in their bones when it got towards the winter. And now, as I'm middle aged, I feel that. There was a middle aged nomad girl who, she took a break off nomad. She did a live feed last night talking about she got all these middle aged and older men making videos about her. She's middle aged. Her best years behind her. So, I'll tell you, some people are delusional. Okay, they are delusional, and they're getting a gun. I'll tell you, man, I used to do 5 mental background checks before anyone even gets a BB gun or a water gun. Okay. So, but let's stay positive. Okay, let's stay positive. But some of these chicks totally out of control, and some of these dudes. So, my thoughts tonight as I start to feel this cold weather, I want to give the middle finger to the cold weather because it's just depressing. I don't know how people live. I don't know how I worked in construction outside for many years with Carhartts on. You know Carhartts and multiple layers of clothing. It doesn't really get bad till you get to 50 degrees and below Fahrenheit. But for me, like it's 50 now, just about. I don't know what it is now, maybe in the 50s. In the day, it's still in the 70s. It's good. It's okay in the day. But once you get below 50, guys, it's like totally does it's waste your life. You hibernate. You become a bear, a hibernation bear. And like I say, do what you can when you got energy. I don't know how. I lived in my car with energy when I spent 2 winters in New Jersey. How I worked outside for decades when I lived in New Jersey, and I lost walking outside even in the blizzard conditions. I said to myself, now, man, I'm like, man, if it gets below 60, get me the hell out of here, uh, Tony. I don't like winter much, but fall is my favorite. I like a little bit of fall, but not too much. But I understand what you're saying, and love to you, Tony. David, what's up, brother? I might travel to Texas this winter. Well, don't forget, Texas had snow last year. Texas is not tropical. To see my dad. Well, yeah, if you're going to see your dad, quality time with your dad, that's positive. Just to get a break from the cold weather. Well, don't think you're going to get a break from the cold weather. You're going to get, you're going to get to see your dad, which if you love him and he loves you, that's a positive. And you may get a little bit warmer weather than up north, but you also may get, like last year, a snowstorm and a blackout of power. So just remember, guys, the warmest state in the United States of America in the winter is Florida. Not Arizona, not Texas, it's Florida. Jason, I'm solar powered. I need the sun. We got no sun today, basically, in New Jersey. Florida is calling my name. Well, yeah, that's where you want to be. And who cares even if you got to pay $100 bill in electric? Why? Because, like I say, guys, you're going to spend you're going to spend a couple $1,000s on solar. And solar panels do not make the energy. They absorb the sun energy. Then there are wires that go back to a battery. You're paying for the battery, lithium battery, AMG battery. The battery is what really holds the power. Then you need an inverter. These components, if you're going to get a somewhat elaborate, sustainable solar system, $2,000. That's about 2 years worth of electrical bills. And then you got to replace the batteries, maintain the batteries. You got components. You got to have sun. Just pay the electric bill, man, and live on the grid. That's kind of how I feel at this point. Good job, Jason. Cartoon Mark, that's my guy. It never bothered me until the age of 40. 40, to me, like 40 is a mark. 41 was a big year. 40 is like, I hit 40. I like nothing really changed. 41, I was like, oh shit, now, and I'm still looking good. I'm looking better than most of you motherfuckers. But I'm different at 41. It's true. He goes, I'm 46 now. I started work at the city dump in 1997. I remember 97. Freezing and it smelled bad. Now I stay in a truck to warm up. But it still sucks. I totally get that, brother. Oh, super chat. UGP Vlogs LA. Thank you very much, LA Vlogs. $4.99. Shout out to you. Hey, Sam. Having coffee on me. Thank you with gratitude in my heart. Love your wisdom. I appreciate that. You are such an inspiration to me starting my car life journey. Paula, much love to you. Paula, what would be my number one piece of advice that I would give to a new car dweller? Even though I don't like the word dweller because I spend most of my time outside my car. A new nomad, number one thing is keep the current car you have. Don't buy a new car with 2 years. Get on a budget, save your money. And pick up a side hustle. Why? Because to me, the number one negative of living in a car is people who quit their job or don't get a second job, stay in their car, and then after 2 years, when they're burnt out, they got less money, less credentials, and they wasted their life. I think the nomad life allows you to get ahead if you develop a good daily routine, pick up a side hustle you enjoy, even it could be the gig economy, DoorDash, Uber, Lyft. And if you got nothing to do, do that, because if you got a driver's license, you're not disabled. You're enabled to drive. You have a certification. And when you empower yourself and when you start to save money and make money, then even if car living totally fails, you end up with more money and you got enough money to get back into an apartment and you've experienced it. But if you get in your car and you take a nap and you roll around, it's like, you know, you're going to, feel like end up like, God forbid, like Gabby or something like, you know what I mean? It's like, to me, shout out to you, Jesse. I looked at Workhorse today, man. I was thinking about you. Workhorse is at $6 a share. I said, I hope you got in Bitcoin. No, don't delete that, Jesse. I see you. I hope you got in big. Don't worry about it. I lost money. I did videos about losing money. Jesse, you're smart. You can make money in anything. Paula has joined the unlimited access. Shout out to you, Paula. What I could tell you is appreciation. And again, keep it simple. Don't buy a new vehicle. Save up money. Do a side hustle. And don't take naps. Develop a good sleeping routine. And then figure out where you want to live. And then if you ever have conflict or you see something not good, start your car and move. It's amazing. A lot of people say, I want to live on wheels. But most people who live on wheels, they stay in the same area. They stay in the same relationship. To me, it's a red flag now when people say they want to live on wheels, because if they're not moving, they might as well be sitting on concrete blocks. Okay. So, remember, if you want to live on wheels, use your flexibility. And if you don't want to live on wheels, guys, live where it's warm. All right, let's get back to these live comments. Jesse, I love you. Jesse, Jesse, my first ever member. I was thinking about you today. I've been thinking about you. So I hope she's doing well. I always pray that you're doing well with trading. And remember, even if you're doing horrible with trading, always keep your emergency fund and savings. Never touch that. Step away from trading if you're going through a bad cycle. Keep working your main job, your side hustle. Live where you want to live. Because I want to encourage every trader that goes through a downfall or who totally gets out of trading. The good news is, even if you fail, if you keep your savings account separate, if you keep a main job and you keep a side job, even if you lose money, you're never destitute. And that's okay. Shout out to you. And I'm going to skip to Jesse because she just left a comment. She's my first ever member. Hey, Sam, just passing through. I've been thinking about you. The Lord put you on my heart to say hi. I'm back up north due to work demands. Well, good to hear you're still working. And Jesse, thank you for everything. I'm not even lying about thinking about you heavy the past few days, especially today, because something told me to look at Workhorse. Like, what the fuck's going on? Because, I know I have some nomads out there that are living the nomadic life or started to live the nomadic life to be entrepreneurs or traders. And I'm not mad at that. But again, keep your savings account, keep your main job, pick up a side job, and your investments are always cherry on the top. Why? Because look, one day stocks are up, next they're down, Bitcoin's up, now it's down, up and down. And you don't want, it's okay to feel a little bit of that, but you don't want that to be your life, because then you never spend time with your family, never spend time with yourself, and you're emotionally a wreck. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Paula. Great to have you. Rideshare Sean, what's up, brother? Hey, Sam. He goes, hey, Sam, I was waiting all day for a situation where I can navigate around them. It didn't happen. How did I get lucky on the day I was planning on doing good? You'd have to expand on that more. He wrote down again, Rideshare Sean wrote, anything between 48 to 68 for the low is easy living for me. Once it goes below 47, it's cake, baby. Yeah, I mean, sleeping wise, cold weather is nice, but again, I don't want to live my life to sleep. I want to live my life to live. Like Nas says, sleep is the cousin of death. Now, I want good sleeping weather, but during the day, I want hot sun, I want vitamin D, I want bikinis, I want sweat, I want inspiration, I want juice. So But that's just me. Everyone's different. Like, some people are a polar bear, some people are iguana. I'm an iguana. Some people are polar bears. But shout out to you, Rodshare Sean. What's my number one piece of advice for anyone in the gig economy, Uber, DoorDash, Lyft? Accept 90% of all deliveries. Only reject stacked orders. Only reject very bad orders and save those rejections. All right, let's go back to these live comments. I see Christina in here. Paula's writing. We got it. Peyton Nolan. What's up, Peyton Nolan? 76 is cold for me. You see, I got the hoodie on. 76, I think, was the high today, if it even got to that. It was cloudy, though, no sun. And now we're in the 50s. I should probably stay in Cali. Yeah, I mean, Cali's got a flow, but Cali's not tropical. That's why I really got to end up in Florida. But I respect Cali, my second favorite state weather-wise. And yeah, everyone's different. Again, there's a variety of factors as far as where you want to live, but I wouldn't want to live in any area that has winter anymore. I really worked very hard in my life to get out of that type of situation. Again, overall, New Jersey is one of the better states you can be born in, as far as economic opportunity, diversity, etc. So, remember, a lot of people who make their money up north, then they go live somewhere else. Same thing with California. So don't let them fool you. Like, they got all their resources from these states and then they go live wherever they want because they got the options. So, but, again, that's an individual thing. Jesse, it's great to see you again. I appreciate you, Peyton Nolan. Good to see you, by the way. It's great to see you, Peyton Nolan. Yeah, keep grinding. We keep showing up. It's like, if you don't have something magical to share, show up. Why? Remember, the number one thing people want is someone to talk to. The number two is they want to know you're always going to be there to talk to them. The number three, okay, is they want you to treat them like an adult. If you treat someone like a baby, and specifically your daughter, if you talk to your daughter like a baby, she's going to be a baby. And bottom line is you don't want to be talked to like a baby. You talk to people like an adult. You talk to even people who have a level of a disability, you obviously account for their disability, okay? But you don't talk to them like they're dumb, okay? I don't talk to anyone like they're dumb. Now, sometimes people get upset because they play dumb. Again, you account for people who have a disability, major one. But don't talk to people like they're dumb, man. It's like talk to people like they're adults. If they're an adult, I mean, if they're a child, it's different etiquette, right? So, right here, Sean. And yeah, oh yeah, we read this. Anything, yeah, I read that already. But Roger, Sean, I'm with you. I'm glad that you're in the climate you're in. I appreciate you. Shout out to all my gig economy workers. Jesse, thanks for showing up. Thank you for being a member. You're my first ever. You are one of the few channels I catch up with every night, even if I miss the live stream. Jesse, I don't know how you're still a member. It's amazing and it's gracious. You're my first ever member. Like you say, you coming in on chats, you may leave a comment here or there. You don't owe me anything, but you show support, and I know you probably got your own issues. So all I can tell you is one is I want to enforce that you don't owe me anything. So if you ever do have to leave me, never feel bad. Why? Because I love you and I want everyone to do what they need to do for them. You're an adult, and I want us to be in a healthy relationship. But I also want you to know that I appreciate you for everything you have done for me and you do for me. And again, just go in peace, be yourself, and you'll figure the rest out. You're a smart woman. You're not dumb. Even if you lose money, you're not dumb. You just keep doing your thing. Christina. Love to you, Christina. Hey, Sam. I installed blackout curtains on my van today. Looks, well, yeah, that's exciting. Look, I don't want to diminish that when you first get on the road and you first get a vehicle, it's very fun, like Paula, and you know what I mean? So, obviously, I don't get, for me, like, let's just take the blackout curtains. Like, for me at this point, I went through like 2 sets of window covers. The front window cover, I just use an all black sun visor, like an accordion one. And the side ones, I just use flexible window covers. They're not perfect. They're not magical, but they get the job done. And I just use the same thing. Like, what's a trap of the nomadic life? Like, to me, trying to jazz things up too much, like keep it basic. But I'm saying that now as someone who's been living in their car going on 5 years. In the beginning, I understand the excitement. And you do have to tinker with your car. You have to try a couple setups with your window covers, with your bedding, before you get it to how you like. Okay. So I have to remind myself of what it was like 5 years ago. Like, I understand you're in the beginning of the journey. There's a lot of enthusiasm. Little things make you happy. Just being detached makes you happy. Just not having a lot of responsibility, a lot to, it's very exciting. So even though now I may be on the opposite spectrum, more towards a home base, I don't want to put a fire extinguisher on people who are excited. Because like you go back at my videos, living in my car in New Jersey in the winter, I was still excited. Why? Again, it was like one of the first times in my adult life I had very little responsibility. I had a lot of dreams about Florida and about life and about my side hustles. And that gave me energy, even when there was no sun and it was cold. So, that's like it's starting to get cold now, but like, when I started living in my vehicle in February, at the depth of the winter. So, you guys can do it. Shout out to you, Christina. Paula, I'm back. I couldn't chat on my brand channel. Well, again, thank you, Paula, and LA Vlogs. Great to have you with us. And we look forward to connecting with you, Paula. I'm keeping my Lincoln. Oh, that's a nice SUV. The Lincoln MKZ. It's a hybrid too? Yeah, Paula, that's a win. Don't, as long as that's reliable. One is I love the Lincoln MKZ, the look. I liked it back in the day. I remember looking at that. And two is if it's a hybrid, you got fuel efficiency and, in the height of the summer, if you needed some type of remote climate, even though I know that cannot be practical sometimes with your car starting every 15 minutes, it's still a positive. So good job, Paula. Paula, I've got my cat living in my car with me. That's not easy. I give you credit. I plan on doing videos on my UGP vlog channel, so stay tuned. Well, yeah, look, YouTube could be a side hustle, and I did it, so I don't want to, but it was my third side hustle. Why? Because it's going to take, for most people, it took me about a year or so to get monetized. Then, like Juicy Jeff, who's one of my viewers, he got monetized. And then it takes a little bit to make $100 a month, and you don't get paid till you make at least enough $100 a month. And then when you make $100 a month, you finally get excited to get paid. And then, you haven't paid taxes. You're spending a lot of time on YouTube, and you can make more money working at Walmart. So my advice is, now again, there's exceptions, people disabled, people retired, people got investments, a lot of exceptions. In general, keep a main job with benefits, have a side hustle like DoorDash, and do YouTube as a third thing that if lightning strikes and you treat it with respect like a job, you show up every day, then it can become a sustainable source of income after 3, 4, 5 years. I'm over my 4th year now on YouTube. First 2 years, like no money, a lot of time. Okay. So again, I do it. It's been one of the most mentally challenging things. So, like as far as like getting on here talking, look, obviously that could be simple. Showing cat videos could be simple. But doing it consistently is hard. Dealing with people could be hard. But like everything that's hard, do it one step at a time, one day at a time. Consistency is your main friend though, but treat it, just understand what it is so that you can manage expectations. It is not, for most people, it's not going to produce any money. For some people, it's going to produce some money with a lot of work. And for a few people, eventually, it's going to produce good money. So, just do it in what you can. Paula. Me too, Jesse. I love Adam. Speaks the truth. Who was Adam? Did I miss Adam? Is that a channel? Paula. Me too, Jesse. I love how Adam speaks the truth. I must have missed that. Paula. Oh, Sam. Oh, must have been me. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Paula. Not Adam. Okay, yeah, I was trying to think. Who's Adam? I got a member named Adam. He's got a channel. Paula. I bought this inflatable bed for my back seat in the Lincoln. All my windows have illegal black tints, so hoping that's going to be enough darkness. Yeah, look, again, to me, tints don't really matter. Why? Because even if you have the darkest limo tints, you still need window covers. Why? Because when you got lights on at night, and even if they can't see in, you can see out. And remember, tints, all they could do is prevent someone from seeing in. And that's if you get the very dark ones. You also need to prevent light exposure that you can see so that your body can shut down. And that's why I just recommend, I don't even have my front windows tinted. I just have my back ones that came up my SUV, my Jeep. So just get regular black straight window covers. Paula, it's beautiful car, 2017 miles, very new. Mine's 2016, very stealth. Yeah, that sounds it, Paula. My brand channel is UGP Vlogs, is monetized. I'm a cryptocurrency trader, which I'll do from the car. Hey, Savat, what's up, brother? Well, cryptocurrency. I mean, I know Bitcoin's now it's backed up to 55,000. So, cryptocurrency is feast or famine. It's going to either you're going to feel very rich or you're going to lose all your mental health. And so I'm not mad at it, but I want to tell you it's a high risk game. And you can destroy your mental health in any high risk investment. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying look, you have to look at it the same way you look at YouTube. It's a third or fourth source. It's a third or fourth source of potential income. And you can never touch your savings account. You should always have a main job with benefits. You should always have a side hustle outside of investments that you know you can produce income. And then these investments, whether they're crypto, day trading, or personal investments, they're fourth sources because they're like your fourth side piece. Like they could be a very exciting thing or they could destroy your life, you know. Now again, certainly there's exceptions, okay. But in my walk of life, I thought about this today when I saw I thought about yesterday actually when I saw Bitcoin and other things going up. I said to myself, you know, how many people I've seen online say that they made so much money in crypto or so much money in stocks. And I go through life and I'm in the public and always been out since I was young. I've always seen the world as far as like being out amongst people. I've never lived like a sheltered life. So I said to myself, most people do not have this great wealth. Okay. Okay. And so, you know, either people lie, exaggerate, or whatever, you know. So it's like, you know, I think in one sense I have it above average. And I know that if I didn't maintain a main job, I would be bankrupt. So I don't know, and I don't have any kids. I don't have any like major things. So, you know, I don't know how I don't even have a pet anymore, and a pet costs me about $400 a month. So I never want to discourage people from taking risk because I think risk is essential into moving forward in life. But I always want to encourage people and myself to manage risk because if you don't manage risk, there's a disaster waiting. And there's always a disaster waiting. That's the key. And so if you have too much risk on the table, then you get wiped out. So you got to mitigate risk. Savad, again, great to see you. Paula, that's so true. They can see the lights on. Well, yeah, again, it's not just about them, especially if you have black tints. It's about you. And, you know, you blocking out the light so your body can shut down. Paula, I've been through terrible bear markets and just keep accumulating. Yeah, well, like, you know, like I say, to each their own. You know, Paula, I'm now into NFTs, which is high returns. Anything could be a high return. But again, it's like high return, high risk. So I speak manage risk. You know, like I say, to me, even if I was a millionaire, guys, I mean, would a millionaire be doing YouTube? Well, you know, there are some millionaires that do it. Why? A supplemental source of income. Why? Because they know, any wise person knows there's a lot of risk. If you were a millionaire in cryptocurrency, would you even bother to have a monetized channel? Well, maybe only because you would know it'd be high risk. But again, remember, in my experience, okay, most of your money is going to be made working for someone else. Then, if you're going to make money with the money you've accumulated working for someone else, you better learn how to manage risk and you better get a little bit lucky because this is a big trap that's very hard to beat, you know. But it's exciting. Paula, oh, I've lost a lot of money leveraging trading before. Yep, and so have I. I've made videos about it. And even as of today, if I counted all the money from when I started till now, I lost more money than I made in investments. I made more money working for other people, and without that, I would be bankrupt. So, you know, like I said, that's what I see in life. Most people destitute. And if they're not destitute, they got some money, but you know how quick savings go? And if you don't have health insurance and you fall and you break your leg, even if you're a vegan, you know how much surgery is? And if you get old and if you spent your whole life trading and you never really paid adequate amount of taxes, you're not going to get low social security. So you got to just think of all these things. Adam, what's up, brother? Adam, has got to be getting cold up where you're at, right? Up in what is it, Michigan? It's got to be a disaster up there. Paula, I keep my emotions out of my trades and when the market is up or down. Well, the only way to keep your emotions down is to mitigate risk. Like if you had $25,000 in a brokerage account and you were leveraging it, you had margin. Each trade should not be more than 5-10,000 a trade, because if you're going to cost average in and cost average out, and if you're going to do it like every quarter of percent, you better be very careful. Adam, still wearing shorts, my brother. Yeah, I mean, I wore shorts today. I got shorts on now, but I got socks on, high socks, because it's starting to get cold. But now how do I feel now? Well, I got mixed emotions. One is, again, I like a little bit of cold weather. I'm encouraged that I'm able to go back to Florida, but it's like uprooting your life again. You start to get, used to seeing your mother or a loved one every day, and then you're just gonna, rip that root up, and you're not going to see them again for another year or whatever. And, that is a tough part about being a nomad. No, I'm not, Paula. No, I'm not. No, so, no, to each their own. Everyone's got their own journey and their own weather they like. And it's hard to tell people, like I said, most people are going to end up living wherever their family lives. Okay. Because to change your life and uproot your life, most people are going to daydream, and they're finally going to move to a warm weather state when they're too old to enjoy it. That's the real tragedy of life. Paul, I'm subscribing to your channel now. Just clicking on. You got 55 subscribers on your personal. What's that city skyline? Is that Toronto? I don't know, Paul. Oh, that's maybe LA. You're from LA. What's the LA vlogs about? Welcome here. I'm Paula. Ski soaps, Uber, night drive. Yeah, I'll subscribe to that too. But you gotta put your subscriber count on, Paula, on your vlogs channel, because I don't see your subscriber count. Not that you have to. You do whatever you want. I'm always curious, though, when I go on people's channel, how much subscribers they got. But, yeah, I don't know, man. To me, like I say, man, the shame of life is people are going to finally get to a warm weather state in the winter, and they're going to be in their 60s, 70s, 80s. And their needs are not going to be the same. Their energy is not going to be the same. And like I say, how many home bases I've looked at by the ocean that are sold by people in their late 60s, 70s, 80s? Why? Because they don't need to be by the ocean anymore. They're not going in the ocean every day. And they want to be more either by family, or they want to relax now. And they want to be away from all the commotion by the beach. There's exceptions, but, I don't know, man. These are just some thoughts, that I want to share with you. Be careful not to waste your good years, but it's not easy. It's not easy to leave family, man. Adam, today wasn't too bad, Sam. Good. Trying to deal with work life and home life. You got a lot on your hands. Adam's taking care of elderly parents with dementia. He's got a wife. He's got a few kids. He goes, I'm starting to really feel how you feel. Stop being, caretaker's very tough. It's a lot of stress. It's too much, especially if there's serious health problems. Because especially if you're raising a family and you got your own responsibilities, there's no way you could be a nurse, a salesman, a home caretaker, a father. You can't do everything. And believe it or not, your parents are the one that suffer. And you suffer, everyone suffers. Why? When people have a certain level of health issues, whether dementia, major disability, they need a professional caretaker. And and one of the major things about a professional caretaker is they know they're going home after their 8 hours of work or taking care of someone, and someone else is coming the next shift. When you live with someone and they need around the clock care or service, you're never checking out. And mentally that can crush you for the fact that it never stops until they die. And that's how you start to wish death on them, because you're like, I'm never going to get a break. I'm never getting off this shift. And again, I did a video, what was it, the other night when I talked about, I did a YouTube short where, how do you know the relationship is over? When you enjoy leaving the house more than you enjoy coming back to the house. That's how you know, like, guys, you don't like being where you're at. You know what I mean? So, love to you, Adam. I pray for you every day, because that's not easy. I mean, like, if I was in your situation, how would I react? No one knows, It's like, people say, well, how will you react? You get a gun pulled on you and stuff. Guys, everyone talks a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? But everyone, like I said, I saw this one chick yesterday talking about she gonna get a gun, she gonna do this, she gonna do that. I'm like, oh my, one is she don't even need a gun. She got a lot of other problems. But I don't know, man. To me, it's like people, you gotta be careful, man. People are delusional, and that's the truth. People are delusional. Paula, I don't have any family here in UDA. I don't know what UDA stands for, but life is an interesting dynamic, man. Family could be a blessing, or it could be a burden. You have to learn to walk a level of your journey alone, no matter what. And some people with deep problems end up alone. And, it's like they maybe don't have the ability to work on themselves. Again, I thank God that I did get into a church at a certain point, but I thank God I left the church. You got to develop yourself. You do need support systems along your way. There's no way I develop my career without help of others. There's no way I develop my whole being, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. But you have to learn to connect with people and then disconnect. If you totally isolate yourself, you become very delusional. And so there is a balance there, and it's not easy for people to grasp. Adam, I just have to get some help from healthcare or something going on. Yeah, I would recommend go seeing a social worker. To me, the social worker is the most underappreciated or underutilized government worker in a system. I knew a couple social workers I grew up with, and what I could tell you is there's a social worker that watches my channel. Look, they don't have all the answers. They're human. But their job function, a social worker's job function, is to help you navigate the system, to either directly assist you or point you in the right direction on who to go see. And like my man Cartoon Mark said, who works for the government, or utility tracing, he works with the government, because when I was an electrical contractor, the utility companies and it's all connected to the county, the municipalities, all government shit. Like he said, look, when you go to, like, I know because I went to pull permits many times in townships. When you go to the township to ask for like zoning or something, you have to speak to the right person, because most people, they just pass the buck. And it's the same thing with a social worker. Like, she or he may direct you to what to do, and you may get discouraged because you're going to go to that area. Well, first is you may not even know where to go. That's where a social worker helps. But two is, if a social worker is going to work with you because you don't have if you don't have enough assets, and if you're financially like listed as someone that needs subsidies or helps, they can really get involved in your case. But if you have too many assets, if you're too wealthy, social worker can't really get involved, but they can tell you where to go. And then you got to have enough diligence to follow up and to get shit done. And that's kind of the dynamic of the system, Where was I at? Let me take a hydration break. Guys and girls, love to everyone out there. Leave a comment if you're a member. Utilize that membership. Leave a comment. I see ESP stepped in the building. Click that thumbs up. Share the video. It's getting cold, but I'm just getting warm. Why? I've been on here 35 minutes, and I showed up again. Fire emoji right in the face of every sloth. I was watching a YouTube video on sloths. Sloths are an actual mammal. They're an animal. They sleep most of their life. They like sleep in a tree. They're a very interesting animal. If you ever have extra time, I know a lot of you people do, go on YouTube and just look at like a sloth video. It's very, very interesting animal. Paula, yep, she's marketing. Subscribe to her channel. Paula, blessings, love. Paula, I only did that hiding my subscribers because I was bullied by rideshare people. Well, like I said, that's one thing made people quit YouTube or stop hustling it. Why? Because you're dealing with a lot of mentally disturbed people. Everyone's a little bit different online than a real person. Uh, and it's very tough, especially when it's a side hustle or not even you're not even making that much money. You're dealing with a lot. Like if I ask people, this is a very interesting thing, right? If I ask you, do you want to be a telemarketer? I'll pay you $10 an hour. You got to call up people and get hung up on. Most people say hell no. But if I say, do you want to be a YouTuber and possibly make money? They say, yeah, I'm going to make videos. I just started my channel. Subscribe. But chances are you'd make more money being a telemarketer and you'd probably be mentally healthier. So it's like, just remember, guys, YouTube, I'm doing it, but I want to tell you, it should be your fourth hustle. You need to be very stable in your other points of life. And remember, treat it with like a job if you're hustling it. If you just want to be friends, then, like I said, I mean, it could be a platform for that too. There was a season of my life where I was mainly consuming, not creating. But to me, it's like it was more about getting information than hanging. But everyone's different. You know what I mean? You got to figure out what's for you. Adam, I got family in 16 states. Wow. So if I move somewhere else other than Michigan, I'm always good. Well, to me, I'd want to move somewhere where I don't have family. Why? Because then you'll always be good. So I look at that a little bit different, but I understand what you're saying. I was adopted when I was 2. Well, love to you. That's a different journey. Shout out to my man Howell too. I think he was on that same journey for a while. And my other brother was 4 and 6. Well, yeah, shout out to everyone who was adopted and in foster care. That's a whole life journey that I won't speak to because I didn't go through that journey. But I can empathize with. I know some people that grew up in that journey. But like I said, I'm not going to speak on it because I didn't live through it. Adam, my adoptive parents allowed us to keep in touch with her biological family. Yeah, like I say, it's an interesting dynamic. I think every family, even if you're biological, like my biological family, you have dysfunction. So the one thing we can all empathize with is most families have some level of dysfunction. Obviously, again, each person has their own individual journey, but it's interesting. Thank you for sharing. Paula, my parents passed away years ago. See, here she had biological parents, but that's another dynamic. Your parents can pass away young. Like my mom lost her mom at cancer very early. I know that really always changed her. So see, that's another interesting thing, right? So Paula says she lost her parents uh, years ago. My dad, you see, this is interesting. My dad, when she was only 11, in Scotland, in another country. So she migrated, and my mom, that's like UK talk for mom, in 2012. Well, love and respect to you, Paul. That's an interesting journey, and not painful. I mean, I can feel the pain. I mean, that can't be easy. So God bless you is all I can say. I appreciate you sharing. Paula, I'm going through not trusting anyone these days. Well, yeah, I mean, I think in life, like even Jesus didn't trust people, like if you read the scriptures, right? So I think in life, you shouldn't go through life cynical, but you should just know that everyone's human, going to let you down. But also remember, you're going to let people down. So just be fair. Like, how many people I met, like they get so mad that someone burnt them or someone like cheated on them. And I said or someone didn't want them. I said to myself, how many ugly people wanted to get with you and you didn't want to get with them? So it's like, just remember, you're going to get hurt and other people hurt you. And remember, as you get more mature, boundaries and have a standard. And remember, drama doesn't come in your life. You invite it or you permit it. You know what I mean? For the most part, there's exceptions. And so if there's drama, either you allowed it, you invited it, or you permitted it. You know what I mean? So, and then Paula was going, you're not trusting people. One of the kindest people around, and they always rip me off. Well, again, it's like, you know what I mean? We have to learn to be kind, but also to have boundaries, and we can't be so, look, it's not healthy to be too kind because it shows that there's more growth needed in you. You need to be fair but firm, compassionate, but corrective. It's not an easy thing, but you can figure it out. ESP. What's up, ESP? Good to see you. Almost all large hospitals have social workers. Talking to Adam, good comment. Maybe your parents' medical professionals can point you in the right direction. Also contact your local AARP. They definitely have resources. Good comment, ESP. I appreciate you sharing your wisdom. Paula, you crack me up, Sam. Yeah, better to be honest and it's good to laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. Like I remember this is an interesting story. I remember when I sold my house, right? And I finally got to closing the last day. And we went to this, I don't know, a closing. It wasn't a lawyer's office, but it was like I don't know, it was some office, or maybe the realtor's office. And it was me, my realtor, the buyer, their realtor. And I think we were waiting for the documents to get finalized, right? And so I was talking to, I can't forget, I think she was the buyer's a lawyer or the buyer's closing agent, something. She was in the office. And I remember we just started talking because we were like just killing time till the documents got finalized. And we started talking about relationships. She was probably in her 50s, late 50s or 60s. And we were just talking, and I was like, so she was saying that she got married for the second time. And I said, really? You got married again? I said, I'm always curious. I said, what made you get married for the second time? And she looked out, she goes, well, I don't know. He made me laugh, and that was a big thing. And that's kind of like what I remember. And laughter relieves so much stress, it's almost like an orgasm. Now, again, I don't think you could be a comedian. Not like, I'm just saying, like, the ability to have fun and to have a level of humor without being a comedian provides such a high endorphin, okay, that it's so attractive. Now, again, if you're butt ugly, even though it's like funny to say now, like everyone's laughing, but it's true as fuck. If you butt ugly, look, I don't care how funny you are. You ain't, it's gonna be very hard to get ass, okay? But I'm saying, like, most people are average, right? Like, there's three scales in life. There's average, which most people are average in some way or form. There's below average, okay? And then there's above average, okay? Now, in life, we all have something on that scale. One of your keys in life is to find kind of what you do above average or what you do kind of average, but you can do a little bit better, and develop that and do what you have to do until you develop your little special gifts, That's what it means, like, to accentuate the positive, play to your strengths, is find out what you do like above average or like on a higher level, and mitigate what you suck at. Okay. So if most people look average and are average height, like, a lot of guys get cooch because they just above average height. And that's very attractive to a girl. But never forget, here's a pro tip. If you're ever threatened in the street, remember, the short person is the most dangerous. Short people start wars. So I'm trying to tell you, don't underestimate a short person. They'll kill you. But back to the story. The story is that laughter is it's a subsidy. Like you say, inspirational nomad, I'm destitute, okay? I'm on disability, or I'm on some type of subsidy, okay? And I said, okay, I understand. I'm glad you're getting it if you need help. Laughter is a subsidy if you kind of got like average looks, but you can't force it. You got to just be yourself, okay? And so in life, okay, don't try to be funny. Try to be yourself and maximize your strengths. Okay. And be honest about your weakness. Because if you can be honest about your weakness, that's funny without making a joke. Now, I'm telling you right now, you really want to get in the cooch? Share your insecurities, and it's going to make people laugh, but it's going to make people feel safe with you. Okay. And when you do that, guys, I mean, you're in the cooch, you're in the douche, whatever. When you're willing to share your insecurities, now again, if you're butt ugly, like, you ain't getting nothing. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, maybe you get something. I don't know. All right, let's stay positive. Let's go back to live comments. Paul, that's so true about being a content creator on YouTube. You have to grow a thick skin. Well, I don't grow a thick skin. I just block. Why? Because again, this is my fourth hustle. I didn't get into YouTube so I can grow an alligator skin. I got into YouTube okay, because I want a possible fourth supplemental income, and I know I have the gift of communication, and I'm willing to put in the work. But I didn't I didn't get in YouTube because I want to take all the criticism from a mentally disturbed person who takes naps and doesn't work. Nah, so, but like I said, I couldn't say that if I didn't have other source of income. Like you see some people, like they got to make YouTube work, and you see YouTube's working them over double time. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They trying to form a bond with a psychopath for a 2 cent view. Yeah. Yeah. All right. You going to see how your life end up, Paula. So true. Laughter is good for the soul. Definitely. I love making my videos on YouTube. I'm a total wacky. I don't even want to watch. I'll subscribe to your channel. I may or may not watch your videos. Why? Because if I watch your videos and you are a total nut job, then I gotta kind of like lie to you, like, oh my God, I saw your videos, all right, you know what I mean? So I may just like subscribe, but I may not watch, because what I learned is if I watch other people's videos and if they're out, I don't want to. One is I don't want to become judgmental, and two is I don't want to fuck up my creative flow, like, and I just want to I want to think of everyone as their best self. And like, if I see someone like you doing some crazy shit on there, I'm not saying you are. Now I watch some on my channel. Some of the people, I try to do the best I can. That's all I can do. My cat Ruger also has his own channel too. Yeah, see, now I think we're in the land of delusion. Okay, but I'm not mad at you. There's a lot of people like cats, but it's a big delusionary black hole. Yeah, that's what I'll tell you. But I did watch a video about sloth today, so. Now, if you got a video about a sloth, I'll watch that. Cat's a dime a dozen. I ain't gonna watch no damn cat videos. Paula, that's exactly what I do on my brand channel. You marketing that shit. I show that I'm a real human with feelings. Well, I don't want to listen to that shit. Nah. I don't want to get, I'm not trying to hear like no one's deep stories about, I'll click the thumbs up. I'll click the subscribe. But I got enough of my own shit in life. I ain't trying to figure out this home base, okay? There's very few people like I want to watch, okay? And you guys probably feel the same way. Yeah, that's true. So, Paula, please watch them. I'm probably not. I'd rather be honest with you, so that way, I'd rather have that type of relationship than me lie to you. I'm not going to do that. I don't have any, Paula, I don't know if you know, I don't have any blue wrenches on this channel. Why? This is not daycare. This is adult channel, adult talk, and that's how we get down, okay? But I love you and I respect everyone. But yeah, I'm not doing that. Please watch them. If the spirit leads, I don't care if you like them or not. Everyone cares if you like them or not. Because if you get enough thumbs down, it'll affect your psychological health. You got to be very careful. Paula's laughing good. Laughter's good for soul. Paula, they're funny videos. Well, all right, you want me to click on one right now? No, I can't click because I'm going to get copyright. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to say because, I'll be too honest and then it'll get too crazy. Maybe they're good though. Maybe they're. Let me see. Let me see your video titles, and we'll figure this out. So I'm looking on your vlog channel. It goes your latest one that you upload today is LA to Big Bear hitting the ski slopes. All right, right there. I don't like skiing. Okay, I don't like bears. Okay. Now, if you were saying to Florida in a bikini, okay, hitting the waves, maybe I'm clicking that. But there's nothing about that title that is what I do, okay? But I respect what you do, okay? Let me go to the next one. Then you got some guy on a thumbnail. If you a chick and if you look halfway decent, I'll tell you right now, don't put no guy on the thumbnail, because that's the second one, you guys. There's a guy with his hand on his head. There is no exception of privacy in public. A shortage by Dave Uberslave. That looks like someone else's video. What's the next one? Pasadena's famous bridge. I don't like bridges. And the next one, emergency call to my friend. Oh, that sounds like drama. I don't want to know about that. What's the next one? Living in my Lincoln MKZ. Well, 4 years ago I watched that. Now I'm kind of like watching like home base stuff. Let's see what the next one is. I can't understand a word she's saying. Well, shit. How am I supposed to understand what she's saying? You don't understand what your own friend said. Now, she's getting bad. What's the next one? The free Fox Obama Android phone. Nah, we getting way off track, man. Nah. Vlogs. I subscribe. I'll support. But see, I can't let the titles go. It's not what I'm into. But don't be hurt. But I gotta be honest with you, because I don't want to lie to you. See, that's my type of guy. Like, if you come into the room with a bad wig, I'm not the type of guy you want to ask like how my wig look. Because I'm gonna say, oh my God, that wig look. I told my mom when she had a wig, I said that wig looked bad. So I love you. But be careful out there in these streets. Okay, but keep doing your thing. Remember, there's a lot of people who don't like my channel. You know what I say? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't have no blue wrenches in here. What we got next? Charles, what's up, man? Hey, Charles, how are you, brother? Keep doing your thing. I check in on Charles once in a while. Yeah, we like very similar videos. Paula, this personal channel, Paula, I only post videos that I don't post on UPG. Well, should I dare look at that? Let me just see real quick what that channel is. Let me see the video channel on that. Oh God. Creepy orb. Can anyone make out what it's saying? That sounds like a Ghostbusters video. Nope. What's the next one? Intercontinental Hotel Los Angeles tripping on. No. Third one. Bobcat fire told to get ready to evacuate. Next one. How to remove your invalacine trees. Oh, nah. Yeah. I don't even know what invalacine means. What does that mean? Is that an airport? I'm confused. Yeah, this ain't going good. I love you, though. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. I love you. Don't get upset. uh, yeah, ESP. Sam, I'm doing the best I can. Now, ESP knows, okay? I got very upset with ESP. That's why I said when she made that Dairy Queen video, okay? And I told her straight up. Now, she knows our relationship could have ended. ESP made this video about what do I think living in a Prius. And I clicked on the damn video. That's when I was really in the car living shit. And the first 10 minutes was about a Dairy Queen review. I told ESP just like it is. I said, ESP, what the fuck is this, man? I said, I didn't click on this thing, see about no damn Dairy Queen. Yeah. And me and ESP, we got over it, but I was upset about that. But who am I to tell her how to run her channel? And that's why I said, Sam, shut up. Just don't watch. But I still click the thumbs up. I'll show support. Christine's laughing. Good laughter is good for the soul. Anyone else want me to ask to review their channel? I don't think so. Paula, hang in there. Remember, Paula and every potential YouTuber, you're better off being a telemarketer than a YouTuber. I told everyone that. No one wants to listen to that. Paula, oh my God, in Vaseline braces? Yeah, what does that mean? Let me Google that. In Vaseline braces? I've never heard of that. Copy. Yeah, this is getting pretty crazy. In Vaseline braces. What's the definition? It's a treatment. In Vaseline treatment is the clear alternate of metal braces. Oh, you got braces? How old are you? And find in Vaseline training orthodontist. Nah, I can't watch that type of stuff. I ain't into that. I love you. I don't think that's for me. I don't want to watch that. I appreciate, what? You haven't heard my Scottish accent. Well, I can only take so much in one night. I can only take so much in one night. But I appreciate you. Now, if you got the type of accent that, who was that UFC fighter? Who was the UFC fighter, Paula, from Scotland? What was his name? Someone help me out. I forgot. He was famous, but he got knocked out past couple ones. But I respect you. I like the accent. Not Sean Connery. That's the actor. There was a UFC fighter. Oh, yeah. Savat got it. McGregor. Yeah, McGregor, the UFC fighter. Good job, Savat. ESP's laughing good. Laughter's good for soul. Yeah, Dairy Queen. You remember that was a big thing. Paul's laughing good. Laughter's good for soul. Paul, a Vaseline. That's braces. Invisible braces. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Yeah, clear braces. Paul, yeah, Sean Connery. He was a good actor. ESP says, and she's telling me how to pronounce it. Invisalign. Yeah, guys. Yeah, see, it's crazy. Savat, yeah, McGregor. Good job, Savat. Christina, cool, very popular. Yeah, I'm out of the loop. But again, Paula, we love you. Don't get upset. We all love you. Yeah, guys, look, man, see, all I can tell you in life, Paul says, never get in Vaseline. I'm probably saying that wrong again. As they screwed up my mouth. Yeah, guys, it's crazy out there, man. Yeah, I take your word for that shit. Because I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that at all. I'll tell you, this damn world crazy as a motherfucker. I'll tell you. Oh, subscribe to Paula's channel, guys. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Shit. Oh, shit. My teeth feel dry like razors. Yeah, Paul, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not an orthodontist. I'm doing the best I can over here, Subscribe to UB Vlogs. Yeah, guys, if you want more of this, subscribe up right now, man. Yeah, Savai's going to subscribe. Shout out to you. Hey, guys, look. What? Yeah, Christina, I love everyone. Guys, it's getting cold, okay? Let's bring it back, Sam. Bring it back in. It's getting cold out here, okay? I got to get back down to Florida. And everyone's on a different journey. I want everyone to live their best life. I want them to feel good about themselves. I want them to be healthy. I don't want them to be me. I want you to be you. We love you, Paula. I want everyone to be you. Remember, you don't get famous. You don't get successful by being someone else. Be yourself. And if people don't like you for who they are, fuck them. Okay. And remember, if you don't like yourself for who you are, you're going to end up changing your appearance, changing who you are. And you're going to end up looking like Scottie Pippen ex-wife. It's going to be crazy. So just take care of yourself as best you can. I know this world's crazy. I know everyone's trying to do, well, not everyone. A lot of people trying to do the best they can. Paula, Christine, Savai, ESP, everyone here tonight, just do the best you can. And that's all we can do. Paula, the Vlogs channel is my brand channel. My cat, Ruger, is another channel. I want to tell you right now, you got too many damn channels. I tell everyone this. If you're trying to hustle YouTube, make it a side hustle, you got to have one channel. Why? You're spreading yourself too thin. What's the difference between a laser and a light focus? Now, again, what should you do, Paula? Whatever you want. Why? It's your life. So never let me run your life. It's your life. But that's my opinion. Christina, Paula, keep doing you. I agree with that 100%. Paula, thank you, Christina. It's all love in here. All right, guys and girls, I did the best I can. I hope it helped you. I love everyone. I want everyone to live a great life, however you can figure it out for you. And that's all we can do. Go in peace. Don't get upset. Don't get anxious. Go in peace. Okay. God bless.